My glass kickers, good morning. It's early. It's what is it? 8:30 Eastern, 9:30 Atlantic. I don't normally jump on this early because it's early. But I have a very special guest, so we are working on her schedule. So this is Tracy Amanda Banfield Thibodeau, also known as Blue Nose Mommy, and I've known her for 34 years. She's my sister, just in case the Banfield part brought a question. And she was really very sweet to me because she brought me Starbucks this morning. Okay, so we are going to talk about something not directly career related today, even though I normally do the career coaching stuff and the resume writing stuff. We're doing something a little bit different, but equally empowering for women. We're talking about how you can better prioritize your health and fitness goals. And because I'm a big believer that if you even take a few minutes for yourself every day to prioritize what's important to you, that's going to trickle into other areas of your life. So you can prioritize yourself better at work and get those promotions and speak up and all of that good stuff. But I've been told that I have a fairly luxurious lifestyle in that I work from home and I don't have kids or a family living in my house that I need to worry about. It's just me and Marlo, 20-pound Yorkie. He's not that hard. But my sister, she is amazing and she juggles all of that. She juggles a teaching career and she has 2 kids under the age of 5 and family and a house and all kinds of stuff that I don't have to worry about. So she's in a much better position to teach you how to prioritize your health and fitness when you have other demands and other time constraints. Yes, so I guess we were going to start there.
Sounds good.
So what makes it so hard to find that time?
Well, it's very easy to get caught up in just everyday things. And there are many mornings where I wake up and it hasn't been a full night's sleep because often at least one, if not both of them, still end up in my bed.
Yeah.
The bedtimes are battles, so if I wait until at night to do my workout, I can be exhausted. Just they want to go, we need to get them to playgrounds, we need to keep them busy in order to make it through the day without major meltdowns. Teaching has a lot of work outside of the classroom hours, so it's very easy to get wrapped up in work, get wrapped up in family life, trying to keep the house clean, do dishes, make suppers, and before you know it, it's bedtime and you've done nothing for yourself. So it's hard.
Oh my goodness, I'm tired listening to all of that. Yes, and I would forget that as a teacher you bring work home. And so, even if you had planned, I can carve out 30 minutes between 7:30 and 8, you could get lost in work.
Absolutely.
That you bring home.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It's very easy too.
So what do you do?
So my biggest go-to during the school year is to get up before anybody gets up. So sometimes that means my alarm is going off at 4:45. But I'm really lucky in that the workouts that I do are at home. So it's a literal 5-minute commute from my bedroom downstairs to my workout space. So the alarm goes off, I don't even think about it, I just get up and get there. And then the rest of the day I kind of feel like I've cheated myself because it's not, I still have to find time for the workout because it's already done almost before I've even thought about it. Sometimes if it's been a really rough night, then I don't get up and I do sleep in, but I make sure when I do wake up that I look at my schedule for the day and say, okay, this is my time. I let my husband know this is my time. And if I happen to fall asleep trying to put one of the kids to bed, he's good enough to wake me up and be like, go do your workout.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, only because I tell him to.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I want him, if I fall asleep, I want him to wake me up and tell me to go do it.
Oh my goodness.
So I do.
Yeah.
I will, at the beginning of the day, if I didn't get a workout in, I look at our plans for the day and figure out where I can get it in.
That's a good idea. Well, I also like that too, to give yourself some flexibility. So just because you miss the morning workout, it's not my day is lost now.
No.
And if you are if you're up until like 2 in the morning or something, the sleep is probably just as important
Yes.
to get the
Yes.
extra hour or two.
Yes. And I will also like keep it flexible in that if the workout I had planned for the day was 40 minutes, but I'm exhausted, I missed it in the morning, I can only do it at night, I might do a 20-minute yoga or something like that requires less time, just so that I'm not adding on to the exhaustion, or I'm not trying to get through a 40-minute weightlifting exercise exhausted and not doing proper form and have the risk of injuring myself.
Right. Yes. It's often better to do something than nothing
Right.
at all, but you don't want to be pushing yourself to the point where you're going to hurt yourself.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
So, is there an amount of time? Like, would you say people should aim for 40 minutes, 20 minutes, or is it what you can manage?
I would say start with what you can manage. Just because of with 2 kids and things like, unless I'm leaving the house to go for a run, my max for a workout is about 40 minutes.
Okay.
That's about what I can. I've looked at 60-minute workouts, but then when I look at how early I'd have to get up, it's just that extra 15 minutes of seeing 4:15 on the clock that I'm not quite ready for.
Right. Yes, I can understand that.
So I kind of cap out at about 40-45 minutes right now. As the kids get older and sleep longer, maybe I'll get up there, but
Yeah.
that's my...
And it's not just the workout itself, right? Like, it's like, well, even if you're just walking down the stairs, you still need to like get your clothes on and get
So
set
the
up.
clothes are set out the night
Okay.
before. So when I wake up, I don't have to turn on any lights or anything. I just grab my clothes, put them on so my husband can keep sleeping. Clothes are laid out, get up, go downstairs, and then just press play.
Perfect. That's perfect. What about consistency? Because that's the hard part, right? Like, a lot of people are like, okay, I'm going to do this. Especially, and I'm glad we're talking now, because at the beginning of a school year, I find everybody treats the fall like
A new January.
like a new January. Yeah, it's like you get a fresh start. You're like, okay, everybody's going back to school. Things are going to fall back into a routine. This is a good time for me to reevaluate my routine. And just like in January, people will start, but then kind of let it fall.
Yes. I mean, like, when you start anything new, there are going to be challenges that come up that you don't anticipate, or maybe one day it doesn't happen and then it kind of just spirals. But I mean, I think the biggest thing that I tell myself is if I miss a day is just get back on, like just start again. Maybe look at what happened. So why did you fall off? Like, why did you stop doing the routine? Maybe you were too ambitious, like maybe you were expecting to go from not ever working out to working out 7 days a week, or maybe you were trying the workouts that were too long for what the time frame you had, and then you were feeling rushed. But I always say to myself too, you're gonna wish you started, like if you put it off till tomorrow, you'll wish you have started yesterday.
Right. Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
like if you don't press play today, you're gonna regret it tomorrow. At least I do. So I always keep that in mind too. Even if I'm just going for a 10-minute workout or a 15-minute workout, at least I can
Yeah. Yeah.
say I did it.
We have a visitor.
Oh. Sorry. Okay, in a bit. Okay? Sorry.
That's okay. No problem. Yeah, so I think that answers my question when you're trying to build your routine. Yeah, so yeah, just reevaluate what's going
Yeah.
on. Yeah. Because I think sometimes too, like, even with myself, even though I don't have the same demands, but I know sometimes, you know, I will set a plan for myself, and I am one of those people who falls victim to, like, being overly ambitious. Like, oh, well, yeah, I'm gonna run 45K this week, like, total, like, and then I get to Wednesday and I'm like really sore and I'm like, and it sometimes makes you want to give up. So maybe like just build,
Yes.
slow builds,
Yes.
because then you have consistency over the long term is way better for you, right? You see more results that way, so you want to think that way.
And you don't want to hurt yourself. Like, you don't want to go from not working out at all to 7 days a week. If you're doing something vigorous, your body needs those days to recover too. So even if it's like a 10-minute yoga or stretching or foam rolling, so if you want to go 7 days, don't make it 7 days full on, let's go run a half marathon every day.
Yes, no, don't do that. Oh my goodness, no. Okay, so, what are some other things that people can do to make sure that they are successful? Because I know you're big on, you're doing a really amazing job with accountability. Like, you, like developing these Facebook groups. You should join her groups. They're awesome. That people, like, it's really motivating when you're in there and you're saying what you did every day and you just sort of feel that extra accountability.
So that's how I kind of stuck on my track, is I joined a couple group accountability groups, and just having to post every day and seeing everybody else post every day. And sometimes people are posting, I overcame this challenge to still press play today, or still get this done today. So it's kind of like, well, if they could do that, why can't I do that?
Yeah.
So they're kind of, without busting your excuses, they're busting your excuses. And if you don't show up, you almost feel like you're letting the group down too, right? So you want to keep posting and saying, yes, I did it, and showing that you did it and proving that you did it. The other things I've done is I've printed off calendars with my plans on it, and just the act of crossing out every day and seeing your progress, that worked. The other thing, I like to actually have a program. So it might be a 21-day program, or it might be 3 weeks, or it might be 80 days, but knowing that there's an end, so you're working towards an end goal, even though after that program, you're probably going to pick another program to do, and you know that, but just being okay, I did this program, it's done, now moving on. So that really helps too. The other thing I do is I find my Instagram and my Facebook, which is where, if I'm really tired and if I'm not doing my workout, I've probably spent way too much time on social media.
Yeah.
So I fill those. All of my new people that I've really followed are fitness or health coaches and things like that. So seeing their posts every day on social media too, even if I'm not in their accountability group, it's just, I log on, I'm trying to avoid my workout, but I keep seeing everybody else's workout. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go get it.
That's what I like about your accountability groups, because if I'm slacking off for the day, or I just don't feel like it, and then I go to Facebook and then I start seeing all of these people posting their workouts and doing amazing things, or doing something that's really hard, and I'm like, oh man, and it sort of shames you into it without anyone actually calling you out. Right? No one posts in the group and says, hey Tammy, where's your workout today?
Yeah.
But when you see other people fitting it in and doing it and getting it done, you get inspired to do it. And I never thought of that with programs, that it's good to have a 30-day or just a time limit, so that you feel a sense of accomplishment when you get to the end.
Yes.
Because otherwise you kind of feel am I doing this for the rest of my life?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So having the end, and then the other thing too, if you decide to do a program, and I'm really bad at this, but I should do it more, is taking before pictures and before measurements, so that if you're doing a 3-week program, at the end of 3 weeks you can then go back and be okay, I can do this is the progress that I've made, these are the improvements I've made, besides the emotional and energy ones, because those are the biggest ones for me.
Yeah for sure. Oh, sorry. Rayanne. Hi, Rayanne. I didn't notice that you had a question. How do you get past a delay interruption in your workout routine? Days can turn to weeks, then you have to start over, which is challenging. Yes, Rayanne, I know. It's as soon as you slip up, I think we mentioned this a little bit earlier, as soon as you slip up, it's you're on a dark slide. It's
right.
So hard to re-motivate yourself to get back into it.
I think that's where following people on social media kind of comes in, because almost all of us every day log into some social media platform and see what other people are doing. Mm-hmm. So if you see it's encouraging and it's motivating, and most of the people that I follow also share when they've slipped up, or when they or things that kind of have stopped them from doing a workout that day, or what challenges got in their way but they still managed to get through it that day. But as a mom, I often have to work out too with my kids, just like we were interrupted.
Yeah.
So often in the middle of my actual workout, I'm interrupted if I'm doing it while they're awake. So I work out at home, and all of my workouts are online. So I hit pause until I can deal with the distraction and then get back at it. So sometimes my 20-minute workout turns into an hour workout when my kids are around, but I still get it done.
Still get it done.
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh yeah, that actually was my next question, Rayanne. Thank you. It's like, what should people do if they fall off the wagon? Okay, I think that was all for my prepared questions. Anything else that we didn't touch on that you think?
I think too, the other thing that I would suggest is if you have not had a good record in the past of sticking to a workout, maybe to keep just notes at the end of the day. So if you work out in the morning, at the end of the day, just write down like your energy level or your patience, or because I find while the workout programs I'm doing, yes, are helping me lose weight or maintain weight or like tone up my body, the biggest reason I do it is because I know it gives me more energy throughout the day. I know I'm more patient with my kids, both my personal kids and the 150 kids that are coming to me next week. So I almost feel like I owe it to them to take care of myself so that they get the best of me. And I'm just happier. Like I can deal with things better. So don't necessarily focus on the physical aspects of it. While it is great, but taking care of yourself has so many other benefits. And I think if you take a minute to reflect on that as you are exercising, like after you exercise and as you're working through a program, that might help you stay on the wagon. If you realize, oh, I didn't lose weight this week, or if you're gaining muscle, you might actually like gain weight, and you might get discouraged and want to fall off that way. But just remember, it's not just one thing that you gain from taking care of yourself.
Yeah, for sure. Like that's I can tell. Like my body, like in my I always say or tell people like my mental health is like in my body, like, and I can feel it. Like, so if I start having a few days where I haven't exercised or I haven't gotten for a run, like my body just like inside I just feel ugh. And then that like trickles to my brain, and then I don't feel good about myself, and then I don't feel good about work, and then I just like it's awful. So like I really need to shake everything off. Like a good workout really helps me, and that's the primary reason that I make sure I get out for my runs when I do.
Yeah. I agree.
Hey buddy.
And we have another distraction.
Okay. But I think we're done here anyway. So if you want to, how do people find you? Like, where should they go? Where should they learn more? Because you want to be part of this woman's world. I'm telling you, she's amazing.
So you can find me on Instagram at Blue Nose Mummy, and then on Facebook as well. I'm called Blue Nose Mummy.
Blue Nose Mummy.
Blue Nose Mummy.
Perfect. Perfect. And yes, I will share. I'll put the links and stuff like that in the comments section below the video, so you can reach out to her. Hopefully, I'll see some of you in her next like accountability group challenge, because it's so much fun. I'm telling you, it works. And that's it. All right, guys. Have a great Thursday, and I will see you tomorrow for the live lunch and learn, where we're gonna tackle resume writing. I think we're gonna do some resume writing stuff. All right. Bye. Thank you.
See ya. Thank you.